And her opponent, standing 13 and a half tans tall and weighing in at 12 and 1/2 stones, hailing from Melbourne, Australia, he is Diamondback Dingo.
Here we go. He was with the Mets, Dave. Don't you remember that? Look at this, though.
Catches it. Ducks over. Oh, wow.
The thing that I am missing, wherever I go, they can't follow with me.
For a lot of us in the area, GCW and effectively Dingo were our first avenue into independent wrestling. My first GCW show was in July, I believe July 19th, 2001, at the Hillsborough Fairgrounds. And like, I vividly remember going down into the pit area where they would do like the demolition derby and just getting muddy and dirty and having a grand old time. And I always felt like that was the soul power of wrestling, the soul power of independent wrestling. And GCW gave me that.
Yeah, I remember mine was, it was actually the first anniversary gala, March 30th, 2001, I want to say. It was a big thing in the area, independent wrestling at least, because they had, right after ECW folded, they had Rob Van Dam, they had Nova, and Bill Alfonso. But more so I remember it because the next show, when they released the VHS tape, I had bought the tape, played the crap out of the tape, and the very first match on there was a Diamondback Dingo versus Ryan Ash. Still remember the match to this day. Super killer match, and it's what, 24 years old?
It doesn't seem like it was that long ago, but it is. You know, without GCW, without Dingo, without that core GCW crew, Delirious and
Daisy Hayes, Mischief, Matt Sydal.
Without all of them, the landscape doesn't get grooved and eroded the way it did. The St. Louis wrestling is what it is because of GCW. And Dingo was a pioneer of that.
Introducing first from Melbourne, Australia, weighing 185 and 1/4 pounds. This is Dingo.
Aggies. Let it.
And then, of course, when we look at Anarchy's calendar for the year and just, I don't know where here's the Dingo Invitational.
That should speak for itself, right? A whole 2-night tournament based around one man.
Hey, St. Louis Anarchy. It's your boy, Dingo. And I couldn't think of a better way to come home than to a 2-day tournament, honoring the legacy and hard work that not only I helped to create, but many other wrestlers in that area helped to create too. You see, because on June 17th and 18th at 405 East 4th Street, beautiful Alton, under the auspices of St. Louis Anarchy, 24 of the best professional wrestling contestants are going to walk the aisle, climb the stairs, and step between the ropes and go toe-to-toe against one another to prove to the world that St. Louis Anarchy and that area is the standard bearer for the strongest, the most fierce, the most competitive professional wrestling that this nation, this world may have to offer. And I couldn't be more proud that tournament bears my namesake. St. Louis Anarchy, all these fans, boys and girls, Zorro.
The Dingo Invitational is off and running. I have more than I ever deserved because of Dingo. Number 7, to fall victim to the Dingo drama, baby. This is my tournament for my trainer. I'll win it.
Be the first Dingo Invitational winner.
My name will be the first name to ever grace the Dingo Invitational Trophy. I'm gonna do a Dingo style.
Slap! Dingo driver! Shit! Stacked him up, Jesus!
With authority.
Also introduce the man of this tournament's name after, Dingo!
I don't know, man. Like coming into this tournament, you know, honestly, I feel like Dingo should be more recognized alongside, like, you know, your Deliriouses and your Daisy Hayes and your Mischiefs and Matt Seidels and all them that came. You know, he was right there with them. And that's just how important this tournament is. And like, I'm glad that St. Louis Anarchy took the time and care to give something like this to Dingo, because he fucking deserves it. He's a living legend in St. Louis. So
yeah, I was way more excited than probably what I should have been when they announced that they were going to do a tournament for Dingo. I mean, he pretty much said it all. Like, this dude was a part of that crew, and sometimes we feel like he just kind of gets left out of that mix. We owe him everything. Like, I wouldn't be standing here if it wasn't for that dude. So
training, business.
Yeah.
He taught us everything we know in wrestling, and we couldn't be. We owe him the world, and we're so happy that St. Louis Anarchy pulled this off.
I don't know. It's weird because I'm sure everybody said everything about our good pal Dingo. What he's done for the area, what he's done for that individual, and they are 100% right. Without Dingo, you've probably heard this, there's no me. There's no Gary J. There's no Gary the Barn Owl. There's no Gary the Night Owl. There's no iteration of anything I've ever done in the business without him somewhere around. So at the end of the day, this weekend is for him, and I don't respect many, but I respect him.
So I came into the Dingo not really knowing what the Dingo was, if I'm going to be honest. And I have all of my peers looking up to this guy, and I had the pleasure of meeting him. And it's crazy to think this is my generation, but we were raised by a different generation. And I'm so happy I got to meet this generation.
Truth be told, without Dingo, there is no modern St. Louis wrestling. That's a fact. Look it up, it's science, do whatever you need to. Without Dingo, there is no Gary J, there is no Pierre Abernathy, there is no Jake Parnell, Matt Fitchett, Davey Vega, anybody, any of us. We all exist within that influence of him. It's crazy to think about, but it's true. The Midwest scene is what Dingo made it, whether he knows it or not.
I'm here with John Machete, who you may affectionately know as Dingo. He is the man that a lot of people in our area consider to be the core, the engine that runs the framework for what St. Louis wrestling is today. And I just have to ask you one question, sir, respectfully. How does it make you feel?
It makes me feel honored, privileged. I don't, 100%. I don't think it's accurate. I like it. I love it, actually. I can't really say that I'm the whole reason and responsibility behind it all, but like I'm definitely one of the pillars, just like there are pillars here now, Fitchett and Vega and Gary and so on. But like guys like Delirious and Seidel, Ryan Ash, The Outcast, Daisy Hayes, Mischief, and the list goes on and on and on. A long time ago I said, you know, if I only go as far as being placed on a pedestal in St. Louis and St. Louis only, that'll be fine for me. I'm okay. I appreciate everything that's been given to me, and I hope that I can give back a little bit more still. And I thank you. To answer your question originally, it feels great. It feels great.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Thank you. What are you still doing here? This isn't a Marvel movie. Go home.